Hello, welcome to Cosmic Cultivators. I'm mending some soil here today. So we just pulled our potatoes, our regular potatoes, out of the ground. And we're gonna recycle after amending these. And I just came up with something on the fly.
And we wanted to share
to our community in the chats, in the lives. And yeah, I wanted to share it with you. So here's my idea slash plan.
We've been out here harvesting, planting. So what's your idea, dear?
So as you can see, we're container growing our potatoes.
Most everything we do is container growing.
However, our sweet potatoes have decided that even though we've been wrapping them inside the containers, they want to grow out and about in all of the ground where we're stepping on them.
For instance, right here.
So as you can see with Chris holding that up, there are roots already there. So I'm going to turn these into slips, and we're going to put those in the buckets we just cleared out, and we're going to see what we get.
So go ahead and grab some of your best rooted slips and let's see what happens. Oh, we're going over here. So what she's talking about are these right here, everybody. Every one of those is a new root system. So go ahead and show us what you're going to do.
See, the only thing I'm afraid of is this runner is going to stop growing, but I don't think it will.
So here's the thing, that runner can keep growing, but is it too late in the season to produce anything?
I don't know, we're going to find out.
Exactly. So
already rooted, don't need rooting hormone, none of that crazy stuff. We're going to let this thing do what it does best, and we're going to let it root right in the ground.
just stand to the side so I can see what you're doing.
So we're just gonna put all those roots facing down. Make sure they're covered.
And your leaves are pointing upwards. I'll give a helping hand here.
Obviously you're gonna want to give it a water like you do everything. With these, because they're starting to root, I'd probably make sure they're a little extra soppy. Just so that those roots can, see, that's the thing I'm learning, is wetter is not always better. Sometimes you want to let it be a little more dry so those roots actually have to reach for the moisture. See, I'm learning. We'll get there. Alright, so I could cut these up. I could cut these up at each segment, just so you guys know that.
Just as long as it has a leaf, correct?
Yeah. So like you'd want to stop it there, there, so on and so forth. But
we're gonna direct sow.
Yeah, it's late in the season. I don't want to have.
This is more or less a test for us to see if we can continue this next year. But you see, let me just show this really
Yeah, that
quick.
started to get tubers.
That literally started to get tubers right there. So we're kind of like, you know? And we are that channel that will give you the weird, the odd,
The uncommon.
the uncommon. Because we don't specifically want to rewrite the books. We like to test them, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
Different
every
climates.
climate, every zone, it's all different.
Yep.
You really are never going to know what you personally can do. You could be in a microclimate. You could have totally new rules where you live. So you got to try stuff and mess around. I mean, all we're doing is learning how to better ourselves so we can grow food for our family.
Exactly.
We're not out here making meth, you know?
It's that's a horrible analogy. And we're really not doing too much harm to the plants. They are still going to produce plenty of tubulars, or they're just going to bulk up on the tubulars.
Yeah,
if anything,
what we didn't want is to have to dig up our garden plot
If anything, we are putting more energy into the tubulars than the foliage that is growing. What were you saying, dear?
Also, we don't want to be digging up our ground for tubers at the end of the season.
Yeah, that too. And maybe we can mow the lawn.
Yeah, that. We've been avoiding a lot of things.
So we're going to go ahead and put some more soil on these, get them buried in, watered in. Is there anything else, dear?
I guess we'll find out together.
Pretty much. So we're just going to cover the rest of the stems like so. These almost have like tomato. Let's see if maybe I can get in there. So you see all the hairs on them? Those are potential roots. So that's what we're trying to capitalize on right now.
Okay, so what did we learn today? We learned that if you have sweet potatoes growing in the ground and you want to make a container, they'll root themselves.
Pretty easily, as a matter of fact.
So we're going to see what happens. I'm hoping we get something out of it. But
then we're educating ourselves for next year.
Exactly. Which we could have potentially had so many more if we actually wanted them to root in the ground.
In the future, we will be building a root bed, root crop, garden bed, raised bed. And I believe we can just lay those along and let it grow however pattern we do it. So on and so forth. So hopefully this works for us.
It will be a fun experiment for us all.
Either way, yep. And try new things.
Yeah.
Don't just resort back to the book and say that's how it is.
And talk about it. Talk about it with your friends, your community.
And share.
Yeah, because I mean this idea just came to me because of conversations I've had with Robert and Carol and people that grow sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
So
we're going to give it a try. We'll let you know the results at the end of the season, 2 months from now.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll even throw them in the greenhouse. Still trying to fix that problem, of course. But
still.
Anything else?
No, that's it for today.
Cool.
Future updates, definitely.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned.
Till next time.
Peace.
Love and happiness.